Oh my God. Oh, so it's not that dark outside, but yeah. So I guess this is a message in the dark. I guess that's what I should have put there. I felt like I can't even do anything. Um, I cannot do anything because it's so dark. I am sweating already, and I haven't even said nothing. Oh my God, forgive me, guys. So, hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Goddess of Light 1111. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning subscribers, welcome back. If you happen to pass by this video, that's not what I look like. It's just that it's dark, but it's not that dark. Okay, see, it's just that I'm sitting in the car. Hold on, maybe I can just go outside. Whew, okay, yeah. The reason that I stay in the well, you know, that's my home now, so I ain't got no other choice. But thank you, Heavenly Father God, the Most High God. I appreciate the day. I'm grateful and thankful. So thank you so very much for everything, Father. Thank you, thank you. I know that, no matter what I've tried to do, now I'm not to be honest with everybody, I'm not accepting what happened. I'm not accepting what happened because the fact is I'm being putting at the brinks of my death. I'm not. I refuse to accept this. I truly do refuse to accept this because now here I am. I'm at a hotel. I was at the hotel that everybody chose to keep quiet about what happened to me. And I wasn't talking about the past or anything. I'm talking about like what happened to me, you know, yesterday and today is that the fact that like it is so confusing. All of this, there's so many messages. It's kind of like I'm being controlled by everybody. I'm being controlled by everybody. And then people want to push me to the point of my death. I know that the reason that I'm being blocked from giving any messages because they don't want me creating conflicts because they want the world to think like, I voluntarily went to start driving in the past, but that wasn't true at all. Matter of fact, from 2021, I didn't do anything. I actually, literally, in 2021, when this happened, so the Queen of Cups, out of jealousy, put me in a place to go. Told them, "Thank you guys for the love. I appreciate it." Lady like me, thank you guys so much. I was being guided. Lady like me, sending love from Las Vegas. Thank you guys. So I was being pushed to actually, I don't know, there's so much things that's going on behind this scene. I don't even know where to start. And it's like there's information that I find out, new information that I don't know how to handle it right now. It's really, really hard. Thank you guys for the love. I'm sending them right back at you. There's so many things, so much thing that, that I am receiving, and I don't even know how to deal with them, because right now that I'm still being overly aggressively, people are still being tracking me. So, and the main reason that, they want to keep me in a place where that I'm not allowing to go anywhere without someone follows me, and then they're like, some said, that I'm protected you, and some is because that they don't want me to take legal action. The chosen 144 is being heavily attacked. Yes, that's true. So, and I am well aware, and I'm trying to use kids' gloves. I'm trying to use kids' glove at this point because I felt like a lot of people is not getting where I come from. Where, when I come from, I'm not talking about nationality was. I'm talking about like having a spiritual gift that to be able to tell someone, hey, you know that you can do this to improve your love life, because even all my angels, you are completely protected. Thank you, guys. I know that when God said that, I want you to do this, but you will have to focus on love, no matter what's going on with you, no matter what's going on with you. So I was like, okay, I can do that. When I was giving readings, I started, doing love readings, and then, it went out. You evolve to a point of, could you imagine I'm giving these readings and I still have like ancestors, angels at this time and still awake. They are still around, which is that's funny. Birds usually not around at this time, at 9 o'clock. I am so baffled. I am not in my ego. I am not in my pride. But I felt like this is, even if it's a spiritual attack, the Four of Wands, including a lot of things, other things are using a lot. They are using a lot of manipulation and projection. They are using a lot of manipulation and projection, you know, to try to keep me in a lie. Because the main reason that they told to follow me is because they say that, oh, I'm in a lie. If they follow me, they don't think like I was gonna be still grounded in discipline, if they are doing things to me. But by the grace of God, I still stay in the upright, so which is that saving my life. But how do you push? I want to know why these everybody keeping secret, and then they say that, okay, we are stuck in our head. Because we stuck in our head, we rather stuck in our head instead of tell the truth of what happened, how we end up here. So now I'm still being tracking because of the Queen of Cups, because they are juggling and they are trafficking, to be exact. So now they don't want me to take legal action. They don't want her to take they don't want me to take legal action because this woman literally have me tracking for no reason. Just out of jealousy, because they said that I was being online. I was speaking online. I was giving readings online. They didn't want me to, they didn't want me to give readings. They didn't want me to do anything. So now they keep me in stagnation. Now they try to keep me in stagnation. They want to make sure that I can't do anything, you know. Oh, if you are in any type of situation like I am right now, you don't need to go anywhere to get a job, because the world is like, nope. People like, no, I'm not. I've been filed application from job from left to right. Nobody want to give you a job. I know people want me to keep secret about what I'm doing, about what I'm not doing. What is it to keep secrets about at this time? I feel like everything that I have done in my life is for the betterment of humanity. It's for the betterment of humanity. What is it to keep secret at this time? And I am really going through a rough time, a painful time in my life, and I still lean on God. I still lean on God with that. And those that are around me that are heartbroken and that not say anything, it even's making me feel worse than I'm supposed to, because they're not open up to say the fact that they are hurt, the fact they betrayed themselves, or the fact that, I don't care if they don't say they betrayed me, but at least they can say they betrayed themselves. Thank you guys for the love. I appreciate it. Can you imagine you get to an age, the king of wands, they are all keeping secrets to the world. The fact that they were collaborated for me to go driving, but they have an agenda. Me going driving is not enjoyable, you know. I have done that more than 7 years, which is mean that um, most of the things you do, like if you do it for 7 years, after 7 years, you quit. It's kind of like you fulfill a contract, literally. And I did all of that. So now they want to keep me going back, breadcrumbing me, tracking me, washing it and bullying me. And then, oh, the worst thing they are doing right now, the worst thing they are doing now that is creating conflicts, playing my game, creating conflicts, and then tracking me, following me, just so that, you know, and the projection to for me to see and waiting to see, if I'm having a heart attack or what's going to happen to me, because they know that, um, I am currently have no place to stay, is diabolical. It's literally diabolical. I believe in myself. I have faith in myself. I have trust myself. A part of, you know, God. This is in a religion side. Most religions are protected. Why do I need to go through this? Because the four ones wanted to tracking me. They wanted me to keep hanging on the past. It's like people are repeating the past. Okay, it's kind of like this. So I've done everything that I've done to betray you, tortured you, tormented you, to keep you in stagnation, to making sure that you have nowhere else to go, because that was the plan the entire time. Once you don't have no place to go, so now we have you at, in the palm of our hands. We're gonna play more my game with you. We're gonna play more my game with you. We're gonna tracking you, and then we're gonna juggling, which is that, when I say juggling, I'm talking about more than just like juggling entities, things like that. There's other things that people are juggling, you know. But then they want me to do it. They want me to do it so that way that I can be stuck in my head about it. They want me to be stuck in my head. Do you see how crazy, how demonic the people are? Because they know that, okay, we are in a hotel room. It was me and two of my son. They're not little babies. They're like, you know, um, they're not teenagers, so they already graduate high school and things like that. So, you know, uh, clear vision. I am hoping so. I am hoping so, because right now, I am a little bit disappointed. I'm not going to be sitting there, be, um, around the bush. I literally feel disappointed because I felt like I have fought very hard on making sure that, that people hurt me. I'm not gonna say nobody hurt me. People might hurt me and not doing anything about it, but I felt like I'm being hurt. And I felt like that they could have taken some action instead of cover this up. This is my problem right now. The cover up is what's bugging me because I don't care. I can handle being on a point because it's not part of my purpose. Being, you know, being sleeping outside doesn't take anything away from me. It doesn't take my integrity. It doesn't lower my standard or whatnot. It doesn't take anything away from me because I am very confident on myself. The only thing that I felt like I am so disappointed because people rather use my situation for financial gain instead of being honest and truthful. Instead of honest and truthful about this situation so we can move on to the next one. Because folks is trying to dragging this thing out with the four ones, they're not helping me. Is the people that are trying to helping me right now is the people that was signing petition to remove me from speaking online because they thought like I was in the wrong because they are trying to cover up for some other people. They are trying to cover for some other people, but I have told people one thing that they didn't believe me. I say, if I get the cause of, of people wanted me to be homeless, to have me in financial lack, what is the point? Oh yes, I sure do. Right. So they want to silence me. They want me to be small. So this is what's going on now. They are trying to oppressing me for me to keep quiet, about, certain individuals, about what they did to me because no one want to take responsibility. Doing the influence. No one want to take responsibility, because they're afraid. There's so much thing that has been done. They will have to take accountability and responsibility for whatever that happened in my life. When I told you people are still tracking me right now, they are still following me right now, and then they are still juggling for the four of wands, and when I'm talking about the four of wands, I'm talking about some of them is church, some of them is white share company, some of them is just everybody. Is when I say that there's so many people, we're talking about temple, um, and it's almost like link me up. We need to talk. Okay, will do. So I have tried my best. I have tried my best I have tried my best to find a place. And if I told you guys that, people that are listening, now I went to a place, I have a house, address, a house on my name. And I am praying to God this house is not on my name. It's just somebody that making change my address to that house. There was a multi-family house. I went to see it. It looked like there was people that are hiding in there. It might be owned by a high priestess. Yeah, there's a house on my name, but here I am sitting in my car. So people have been trying to be, this is probably the worst thing anybody can try to do right now. They are trying to act like, well, we try to helping you, right? we are trying to helping you by trying to give you an apology by juggling for you to drive while you are driving for a company. But while we're doing that, we are still going to juggle and stuff like that, hoping that you get into an accident and hoping that, it's gonna, I don't know what the heck is this called. Um, this is not just spiritual in my life, it's a lot more than spiritual for me, especially when they are trying to connect it animal into your brains or whatnot, abomination into your brains so they can control what you say, what you do. So, right. Oh, they are doing all of that, and they are doing them over the phone. They are doing that over the phone. They are giving messages to their friends, and then they are also giving messages to, I guess, a hitman, or whatnot and stuff. So try for me to be afraid so I can be quiet. I have people trying to do that to me as well. I understand. So they try, since they are trying to silence me, they are trying to go above and beyond, giving messages to hitmen and giving all of this and stuff. You know, I truly don't want nobody to have any sleepless night because of me. I want people to live a happy, prosperous life. No matter what's going on in my life, I can handle it, even if I know that is unjust. But I do not want nobody to have sleepless night because of me. My children is going through that currently. So, and I know they have been brainwashed to making sure that I stay up all night, not having rest or whatnot. So since then, I chose it's best for me to actually stay out, to give them their space, because there is no laughing, there is no joy in their lives, and I feel like I'm not making their life any better. So I chose to become completely homeless. So because I felt like I felt dumb, I cannot helping them to help themselves, and nobody else is helping us either. So so the same company who helping, who taking my life down, basically I chose to work for them out of lies and manipulation, because I am on survival mode right now. Oh, I have broke all this spell, baby. I have I have broke all this spell. It's not even all of that. They tried to blacken me physically by followed me and tracking me. I'm not afraid of the spell. I'm not afraid of the devil. I'm not even afraid of the devil father. I'm not afraid of Satan. Exactly. 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 Thank you, the influence. So that's the thing. That's what they are doing. It's kind of like, like I told them that they can't do anything to me, but they are trying to do all of this extra stuff. They are using falling angels, white angels. When I say white, I'm not talking about like, the color. I'm talking about like, angels that is in the upright. They are using dark light, whatever they can think, because I was wondering and stuff, why all of these entities, 3D forces, yeah, they are using 5Ds, 3Ds, lower vibration. They are using all of this because they thought like, I was just an easy target. But now they don't understand and stuff like that. If I tell them the truth, they won't like what I have to say because I'm going to keep it to myself and let them see for themselves. Because the same entities they were sending after me, you have some of those readers and stuff that was projecting those entities to come after me. And then those entities realized that, oh, she didn't do anything and stuff like that. We're not allowed to touch her or do anything to her. So it's gonna be reversed. Yeah, so all of this thing is just like going on, and people are using manipulation. They are using all type of projection. They are using all type of projection. So I let them know that I'm not afraid of them, but I'm ready. Now I am ready to fight and stuff. I literally told any entity that's coming inside my vessel, I have every right to terminate them in their lineage for the rest of my life, because for the rest of eternity, because I have that right at this point, because I've been very nice to them for the past 5 years, and I will no longer babysit any entity or human being. If I'm being forced to go driving, because and then they're gonna tracking me. They are pretending this is like an apologies, but then they're tracking me and then sending the entity and watching CC. That's a way of stealing. Wow. Yep, that's what they are trying to do. That's what they are trying to do to me. That's what they are trying to do to me. But by the grace of God, as long as I have a voice, I am not that stupid. As long as I have a voice, I can write. I will never stop until justice is served, because this was a very beautiful awakening. I was so happy. I told my ancestors I could not believe they actually, chose me to be a part of that. And I will tell anybody, try not to be jealous of any family member that is, that going through this, because literally we only we only get only 10%. Literally, we only get 10%. So I don't want nobody to feel like I'm tenacious them or whatnot. I love inheritance, which only get 10% from family lineage. You get 90% from God. Our lineage only give us like literally 10% of inheritance, unless they left you with a whole lot of house money and things like that. If people doesn't pay attention to those type of things, even if you never had those things happen to you, when a family died, they have to separate everything, give everybody a little bit. That's little bit of 10%. All inheritance coming from God. So if you're gonna jealous of somebody inheritance, you need to go do some research about yourself, because this my inheritance coming from God. It through things that I went through, including like were molested, you know, abuse from relationship, abuse from childhood. I don't call this abuse from childhood, because that, I felt like it shaped me to be the woman that I am today. But a lot of things that happened to me, being left, abandonment, so all these things that happened to me, God saw the good in me. I was supposed to become a whore, literally. Excuse my language, you two people. I was supposed to become a whore because they was doing black magic on me as a child, because I was refusing to let people touch me. I was refused to let people touch me as a young child, because I have a lot of hair and I have a little bit curves and stuff. But grown perverted men and stuff like that wanna touch me. They wanted to curse me to become a whore, and with prayers and stuff. When I was told that was what's going on, I was in my 20s. I was determined to break that curse to become the best version of woman that I am today, and I did just that, because I was refused it. I fought back, and God give me this angel back. give me myself back. God give me who I am back. I refuse to become that, and it look like I become like really can stand people that cheat just because of that, so that I can fix myself. And yes, most of us that is God children, that is the 144,000 or star seed. Most of us has went through a lot. I've been going through things since I was born unalive. First and foremost, um, I passed away as soon they whomever that give birth to me. As soon my mom give birth to me, I passed away. But God told me that He went and get me, wash me. The most beautiful story I can possibly tell anybody. God said that they threw me away, but He washed me. He waked me up. And since then, He appointed me a crown in my head, put jewel on me. So, and put me in a place of loyalty. Royalty, I say loyalty, of royalty. People doesn't understand what I went through to come here. And these people had unalived me in 2023. God said, not today. I'm going to send, when I went to heaven, they sent me back because He said, this is not the right time. You aren't done yet. Thank you guys for the love. So now I have to deal with a company and their partner. And their partner. People went inside petition. I finally, there's so much story. So much story. Someone has a lot of, not fan, but someone have a lot of client. Like people that, you know, let's just say it could have been that. Let's just say somebody could be they're a dancer. That's not what the word that I want to say, but that's what I'm gonna try to use. Let's say somebody is a dancer, so they got a lot of client. They got, like how they star, the singers, the dancers, the influence. Some of them has a lot of clients, not a lot of friends, but a lot of clients. So their clients do everything they can to get me off my path. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to get me off my path. That's good. Good for you. I mean, I don't think them. I don't think these them hitmen that keeps try to give information. Most of them is not. They're not from. They're not from the state. They're from out of the country. Like, most of the hitmen they send, they're from out of the country, and you will never believe they are hitmen until you are listening to conversation. That's why most of the time I'm putting my ear where it need to be, so I can listen to what people try to say. Because sometimes we're talking about the devil there. When they're talking about the devil, that's when they are talking to a hitman. Every time somebody, most of the time they're talking about in my car. So for me, I try not to let them know and stuff like that. I just say that whatever the demon you talk about, that you can tell them that I rebuke it. But people talking, when they're talking to hitmen, they come as the devil. So that way you guys know also. So somebody has their client, so they are trying to apologize, but they were hurry up and try to say that, oh, we just protected her. That's why we don't want to let her video views or whatnot. The King of Swords was like, well, it's best that we oppressor. They told the King of Swords, the King of Swords might be a judge. They told him that it's best that they don't let me speak up, because if I speak up and stuff, it will create conflicts for the world. The fact that they have to know they did all of this to me for no apparent reason. So yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. So I'm trying to figure a way, that like when I told you guys that probably the worst thing that I can do right now is to go is driving. I do not feel safe, but I still do it. It's draining. I still do it because I don't know what else to do. Um, I'm not getting any type of finance from anybody. I have no place to stay. Even in all my social medias, then nobody barely watch or anymore. So it's just like, even in social media. So I don't know what else to do. I'm literally dragging myself to go driving, knowing that it's not safe for me anymore. But they try to make it look like, oh, that I did that voluntarily, but that's not true. They are doing magic and witchcraft while I'm driving, you know, to see if I can get um this if I can get an accident. And then they're also trying to holding me back, keep me in stagnation, making me feel small, try to silence me for not saying anything, so that way that they can receive justice. Because they were say if anything bad happened to me, they were gonna end it this. But then I also warn them that if they cause me to be homeless, they will too lose a lot of finance. I'm not saying they're gonna be homeless, because if you push somebody to be in a lack, you push somebody to be in a lack by blocking them, by keep them stuck, and then you wanna take their energies. You literally reverse, using a reverse on the karmic, so it's gonna be reversed on you, just the same way you do to that person. The influencer, this is so painful. Yes, it is smashing my head. They sent to hitmen, but like I say, God is good. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Like, people are very calculated when it's come to my situation. People have been very, and I know, I've been saying that over and over. I know this thing is not just happening just to me, because people chose to collaborate together. A lot of people collaborate together to do these things because they think like they are invisible. Once again, they think like they are invisible. I might not have I might not have what I need, the resource that I need financially, but my mouth isn't shut either, because they want me to have a new beginning, only that, only to try to slow it down, to steal from it, and then, you know, and then try to uh, take it from me, slow it down. Like, it makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense. How someone gonna try to want something from you that's belong to you, and then they create all type of legality here or there, just to making you to take you away from your path. That don't make any sense to me. It make no sense to me. They don't want me to. They don't want me to defend it myself. They don't want me to talk about what they have done. They don't want the four of wands to lose his credibility. But then they want to breadcrumb with me. They want to breadcrumb with me. If I go driving, the four of wands give me $4, $4.05, $4.05. Most of their ride would be $4.05. And their, like I said, their partner, friends, or family, they never give me what I earn. But they still try to juggling. They still try to come in and bully me. They still try to, they still giving information to their whomever that is their hitman is, or they try to say, oh, it just, so what I'm basically known, they are having me hunting. So they are juggling a huntman that is trying to figure out my fears or desires. So these people are, this is what, it's a huntman. They are trying to figure out my fear or desire. It's gonna remain the same. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. And my desire is to continue to be in that light. Is to continue to be in that light. Yes, I chose forgiveness. But if there's any low vibrational entities and stuff that's in my vessel, they will be going to the la la land 6 foot under where they need to be, because I am in no mood to forgive no more. So since they want to know my fear and desire, there is no such. There is no such. I know. I know. It's just hard. It's tiring. You know, when God will move you from something, when God will move you from something, and then you are doing it, but on top of it, you got bullied and things like that. It's almost making look like I'm disobedient. It's making look like I'm being disobedient. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not trying to show. I'm not trying to stress about it too much. It's just like the way people do things. They expect you not to say anything about it. Like, I wish that the King of Wands can be a man and be honest and truthful. Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Because a lot of people get mad and stuff like that. They're like, how come they're sick? How come I'm not sick? How come I'm still looking the way I look and stuff like that? Because it's me. Innocent, proving that, you are innocent until you prove guilty. If I didn't do anything, why do I need to stress myself about something that has nothing? A spiritual awakening, you go through stuff, we all learn a lesson, we move on. But these folks refuse to move on, especially the four of wands. They refuse to move on. They refuse to, like, give justice where justice is, into the situation, because I felt like they're waiting for the kaboom to happen for them to realize that. But the kaboom might be the worst thing that come for them, especially when they're collaborating to do the unthinkable. Exactly. And I try not to. But sometimes that you have to, sometimes it's okay to, even the enemies, sometimes when you warn the enemies, they're not gonna listen to you. God wants you to warn the enemies sometimes, because you get bonus point at the garden. You get bonus point. If you was if you was, 6 on the line, maybe you move to 3. You get bonus points. Sometimes God wants you, because the people that are involved in stuff like that, God give me many messages to give them, but they block me from giving them messages. Them, them themselves block me from telling them that God is waiting for them to change. But sometimes it's not just, I don't project on people, because I wouldn't want nobody to project on me. I don't do those stuff. That's childish. I'm too old for this. But everybody tried to block me. So, but I'm not trying to be disobedient, because God appointed me to be who I am. So I give the message when it needs to. I know. I figured that he also told me to do the same thing. He said, "Oh, you don't need to help them no more. Don't say nothing to them. Don't say nothing to them, because now that I'm gonna taking care of them, every single day I have a conversation with God. Every single day, tired or sleep or not, I still have a conversation with God." So now it's like people try to control me. One, you know, a woman is trying to control me because of a man. A man is trying to control me because of my creativity. So it's like everybody has different ideas, but one thing they forgot to do is to tell the truth, so to make things better. That's all they got to do. Tell the truth, make things better, so we can all move on our lives. Because I've been waiting for my what next on my chapter, what next, on my path. I passed so many tests, so many things in this, but I was so excited. So now, like, the stealing is just killing me, and I can't even handle that. The fact that people want to steal from me, but they don't want me to do the right things. I have never been in competition with nobody. Never been in competition with nobody. Anybody that know me, they were telling you competition, no, because I know how to go out and get what I want, and God will provide for what I need. They are just using scare tactic. That's all it is. It is just using scare tactic, because these human being, all these entities, they're all these entities, so they are using scare tactics to see if I'm afraid, if they're gonna, if I'm afraid and stuff. I have the key to light, so these folks cannot do anything to me. These entities cannot do anything. They just running around, because if all I had to do was reminding them who's got the authority over who. Oh, they can do that. I'm an off angels. I know better. There is no such things. Unless you give someone permission to destiny swap you, they cannot destiny swap you. This is like in the past, they could have do this by giving you something. But nowadays and stuff, if you give me something, you're gonna have to genuinely say why you give it to me. You cannot just give it to me and say, "Oh, I'm gonna take from you." You can't do that. I can promise you, I guarantee you, because I wrote a lot of school for those things that to happen. I wrote a lot of schools right now and stuff like that. A lot of people will realize that I actually did a lot of work while I was being painfully abused and stuff like that for my people. Energies doesn't being taken no more. And I think like that's where they try to bully me. That's why those entities also they were trying to bully me because they're not allowed to taking earth angel energies, innocent people energies. They're not allowed to do none of these things either. And I did go to school for that. Thank you guys for the love. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Like I'm really so exhausting and trying to figure these things out. Like again, I know that this is about religion. Same here. Same here. But God say have no fears. So I do not let this, I do not entertain these people, and I do not care. I do not care. Too long don't make it right. The only time when people try to violate it, my vessel, if you try to violate it, my vessel, we're gonna have some talk, because I'm not gonna allow nobody to try to bully me and abusing me for no reason, because I know they are trying to keep me quiet. They are trying to oppress me from giving messages. They are trying to control me because I'm an earth angel. They try to say, oh, if you are an earth angel and stuff, the world is gonna start tracking you. So what they do, they try for these people like to come in where I am, so that way I can be afraid if the world knows that I'm an earth angels. And then some of them is like, oh, you're gonna become a star, because they realize that, oh, you actually a earth angel for real, so the world is gonna start following you, and everywhere you go. But I'm like, no, that's not true, because the stars, they have privacy if they so chose to. There's some stars nobody where they even located, because they find a place of solace to stay. So you're just trying to making sure people wanted to they want to unalive another star seed, another earth angels, like they do to some of those that didn't get a chance. So that's what they are trying to do. But they wanted me to be, yeah, they are trying to keep me in a place where, oh, if she stay in a lock and stuff, if she stay, like, I'm like, okay, I forgive you, but this is not my path. You cannot try to block me from my path or my destiny. We have a bunch of jealous women and stuff like that. That does not know that I do not care about whatever men you guys are dealing with. Like, this is why, like, people thinking like I'm dealing with their men or stuff like that. I've been single for a very long time. Celibacy is on point. There is no man, nobody asked me for anything, and I'm okay with that. Both King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, they are both were doing magic. Both was forcing me to go driving. Both the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, they're forcing me to go driving. And then they went around using manipulation, turning everybody that I know or I don't know against me, including family members, so that way that I will have no support system. I do have a support system. I call Archangel Michael in a minute. You see that he'll be right here, and I promise you that he always within where I am, and I always have an angel with me. I have very specific. Oh, congratulations. You are still newlywed. You're welcome. I, you know, your patience, your patience is payoff. So I know that things is gonna get better. I know things is gonna get better. But right now, I've already went through the worst. I just have to, I just have to making sure some people just leave my life alone completely so I can focus on my work. I just know that I have to focus on my work because there was no need for these people to keep secret because they're like, they keep making up stories or we have contract with this, we have contract with the world, we have contract with this, we have contract with that. So now that, I sent something to your email, check it out. Okay, okay, perfect, will do. So all I forgot to put my usually I put my usually I put my cash app there. I'm trying to figure a way and stuff, how I can get out of, how can I get out of debt, because you guys might not know the worst part of it is that I was debt free. I was debt free in my spiritual journey. So now I am at night. I am at $11,000 in debt because the place that I was living, that I was being granted the wish to live without paying anything because of bullying, these folks sold they said they sold the payment to a contractor, to a collection contractor. So now that I am in debt for $11,000, but I started my journey debt free. Even when whatever that little things that I had, I paid them off. Do you know why they did that? They did that because they know that I won't be able to get a place to stay. I won't be able to buy a place to stay. I will be able to rent a place to stay. The emperor was already calculated that, but they were trying to come in and scamming me, try to tricking me, put my name on a house. That's not, I have never lived there. I will never live there. Due to negative experience from the past, I will never go live there, no matter what's going on in my life. Just that nothing compared to where you can be. Yeah, I no, I get what you say. I get what you say. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, I have to remind myself, I was like, you know what? This is not my death, and I know that it will all be paid in full in the name of God. I know that it's not my death, and it will be paid in full. It paid in full. All of them paid in full. You know why? I'm not so, um, you know, it's giving me strength and courage because that I know the world is crazy. I know there's so much things is going on. I know what I'm going through, but I don't know what others, I don't know what others people going through. So it's give me some type of, it's give me the strength and courage to continue forth for those that, because there is people that literally sleeping in a tent under a bridge for real, because I saw them every single day. Some people I was passing by while I was driving. I saw that man. I know he passed away. And there was a cop just, he sat in his car waiting there. And the man was literally 1 feet away from him. And he looked like he passed away on the sidewalks. And I'm pretty sure to health issues and hunger, people have been dying because of hunger and health issues. So sometimes, they had planned. Yeah, that was what I was like, wow. Yeah, he looked like he looked like he is sad. That's what I said. At least give me the strength and courage to continue to fight for these people, because you don't know, had all of this sudden a healthy person end up with mental health issues. So yeah, I know. But like I said, I know God is good. I know God is good. I know I can say to God to be the glory, to God to be the glory. It's the wicked, the enemy oppressing you, rejoice in the Lord. So I know that. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. You as well. And thank you guys for the love. I appreciate it. I felt like right now there's a lot of people, there's much more, so many other people that need that prayer more than I do. Literally. I know there's a lot of people that need that prayer more than I do. You see the scenery there? Hold on, let me put my shoes on. I don't think it's a star, but let's see. Can you see me, guys? Oh, look. Oh, why? So no more crying. Like I said, I know there's so many other people that's going through, they could be going through worse thing that I'm going through. The only thing that I just want justice to be fair. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. See, I'm ready to go lay on that chair. Yep, pretty much. You see, I declare positive change in your lives. We claim the victory. You still cute, real African queen. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't think I have no other choice but to be, um, where I am and stuff. I'm only hanging in here where I am for only a couple reasons. There's a lot of people that is tracking me here, so it's not, I'm not saying that anybody gonna touch me or anything like that, but the amount of tracking for no reason, and then they are calling judgment to tracking me. Thank you, the influence. The fact they are still tracking me, it's kind of make it very hard to be where I am. So you see this? Let me show you. This, that's, I fall into a ravine. I fall into a ravine. I don't know what the heck is this. I can't remember. But I fall into a ravine when I was like a toddler, basically. 7-1 or any place with camera. I don't think. I don't think there's any. I don't know. They probably put camera since they see me sleeping in here. They put camera because they're afraid of chaos happen. So they probably put some camera in here. Keep us updated when all your blessing will in. I will tell you, I will definitely let everybody know that, when that happened. But right now, because I know that a lot of people that have been supporting me throughout this journey, even if it had been hard. So I am grateful for that and thankful for all of that. So um, I do too. It's just that, I get more information. I get more information. The more information that I get, when it's come to the past, it's kind of leave me feeling like, it's leave a bad taste in my mouth because, I've done a lot of work, in myself for others, for me to be in a place at peace, and because my journey is involving me helping other people, not just me receive all the blessing and keep them to myself. But I felt like people being overly aggressive in taking from me and taking from me and taking from me, which is that put me in a place of I feel like people are being very selfish because if you're gonna take and take from somebody, the least you can at least like be like sharing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, usually people say, well, I'm praying for you. They're not, but I usually say that, don't just pray for, don't just pray for, say that you're going to pray for somebody and you don't do it. You rather give them you rather give them, a couple bucks instead of say you're going to pray for them and don't pray. I'm not talking to you, my sister. Uh, I'm not talking to you, Chris. So, but, I usually say that because a lot of time people say that I don't even think they pray for themselves. So, but, I pray for everybody. I pray for everybody. I just know that if I have a chance, yeah, the devil wants you to get discouraged because then the negative energy that came off the selfish people you help will rub off on you and you block your blessing. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Even when, we live in a hotel, we can actually make meals, we can actually cook or whatnot. Not the lavish thing the way that I usually cook because I love to cook. So now I can't even do none of this. Is you don't understand, like small things like that, small things like that. Once I focus on me, I start seeing my blessing. Yeah, and that's what I told myself. That's what I told myself today. That's what I told myself today. I have to remind myself, you know, I have a small conversation. I had a small conversation like that with my children. I told them that that's what I have to do, because they seem like they don't get it. You know, do you have 11:11 too? 11:11. We need to live on the land so we can make everything out of nothing. Yeah, especially if you're not afraid to work. But I feel like everything has been taken away from me, and I usually appreciate. I'm not wasteful. I don't abuse what I got. I'm not stingy. You know, um, and I'm not wasteful to anything. But I was just, it's kind of like usually people say you guys to lose it and stuff, but I feel like this is more into like, well, we want what you got because we don't want you to inherit what God gave you. That's more like my situation. This is not, I'm not blacking spiritually or anything. If I was blocking spiritually, you wouldn't be able to stay here and speaking in here that long. If I was blocking spiritually, you wouldn't be able to share in any information. I'm not blocking spiritually or mentally or whatnot. It's just like in the physical 3Ds, these folks is trying to block me because they were stealing my people doesn't want me to tell a lot of things. People doesn't want me to tell a lot of things. The fact that they have been stealing energy from other people that keep them mentally stuck. So once I stated that comment, and amongst other things, they're like, she knows too much, she's telling the truth, so we need to block her. But that's the reason God put me here, to actually bringing some clarity so those people that have mental health issues can heal themselves, knowing that is not true. Right. So there's some other people and stuff that's making like that making millions, that's making like thousands of like these folks making like $25,000 a month on their channel by using us, us people. They're using us, but they don't want us to say anything about it. Yeah, so that's the reason that they are trying to block me. They're not blocking me because I'm doing anything wrong and stuff. They're doing their fake legality. The only things that when they figure that they know that I used to drive for Uber and Lyft, they have Uber to start tracking me to make me scared so I can go drive back. That's a woman, a fireside male, and a fireside woman. They'll both try to control me because they don't want me. And then they went and collaborate with a men that have a trucking company. They went and have this man that has a trucking company. They collaborated. And then there was a earth sign also that is the Queen of Pentacles. I think it's a Capricorn woman that is also used to be readers. All these people is in that coven together. So they all try to combine to work together, including my church that I used to go to. All of them try to work together to have me throughout of my channel for telling the truth. The fact that they are afraid to tell people they're stuck in their head because they were stealing energies from other people so their channel can be pop up. Oh, really, you too? Mm. Well, I guess you should be happy you're not, because they are helping these people throwing entities inside people vessel so they can have accident. Wow. That's crazy. Wow, seriously? When I was when I w- last year I was driving. Last year I started driving for Uber again, and they were trying to have me having another accident. Most the accident that I have while I was driving to them, it was never my fault. So thank God for being an angel of balance and angel of patience. Thank God for that. Because every time that they send entities inside my vessel to have an accident and stuff, somebody end up hitting my car instead of me hit their car. But they were doing that. But the lawyer told them that they cannot stop me from driving. They will appeal guilty if they stop me from driving, because that they they uh they can I can prove, and there is other people that I can prove what I've been telling them is the truth. So they cannot block me from driving. They will abuse the power like they're doing now, give me half what I earn like they used to do in the past, but they cannot block me because their lawyer told them that you will look guilty if you block her, because she's been speaking about that online and a lot of people know it's the truth. I'm gonna go inside because the phone is about to die. I've been with you guys quite a little bit of time. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you guys so much. The fight just begun. I thought it was ended, but until justice is served, just know that I'm fighting for all of you. Even if you are really healed, excuse me, even if you are really healed, even if you are really receive justice, the fight is still going, and I'm not gonna stop until somebody answer to why they are juggling entities inside people's vessel to try to have them become having mental illness. We're not God. We cannot play God on people. On people. I was gonna say love you too. I love you too. We cannot play on people. Thank you. I appreciate it. We cannot play on people' mental health. We cannot cause people to have, to want to commit suicide. That's not the godly way. I'm not asking anybody to be God, but you cannot play God on other people's life either. So until somebody answer to what happened to me, if they don't want to give the other people justice, it will be in God's hand. But I'm fighting for justice for me and a bunch of other people that did not make it, that is not making it due to mental health issues, due to juggling this thing, because I don't know what you call it. I don't know. So thank you guys. Thank you, D. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate all of you and any other person that's here. Been listening to me. I appreciate you guys. So my phone about to die, and I'm about to go into my house right there, which is my car. So you guys have a good night. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you. You see, there's a car. These cars and stuff like that, they're only there because of me. So thank you guys. So I will see whatever that I will keep you guys updated. I don't want to keep bringing the negativity to anybody, but I will also keep you guys updated in any. good things that happen, because I am praying for that very hard right now. So thank you guys. Good night. Love you. Love and light. Love and night. Love and light. God bless you guys. Bye. There's people that keep passing by the minute they see me somewhere. You guys doesn't know how bad this is. There is not a single place that I am. People just sneaking all around. They literally follow me all around. It's terrible, literally. So thank you guys for the love. Bye.